When people talk about Man United's academy, there is always one reference point: the class of '92. That group didn't just produce good players, it produced legends, players who defined an era, dominated English football, and set a benchmark that still hasn't truly been matched. But every few years, a new generation comes through that makes people sit up and take notice. And right now, that group is the class of '26. This isn't hype for the sake of it. This is a team competing for a quadruple at youth level, a group packed with talent across every position, and more importantly, several players who are already knocking on the first team door. So in this video, we're going to break down the standout players from this class, what makes them special, and realistically, how close they are to playing for Man United's senior side. Let's start from the back because that's where consistency is built. Cameron Bayern Hughes. At the beginning of the season, there wasn't a clear first choice keeper, but Bayern Hughes has made that position his own. What stands out immediately is how comfortable he is with the ball at his feet. He fits the modern goalkeeper profile perfectly, calm in possession, willing to play out from the back, and confident under pressure. But he's not just a ball-playing keeper. His shot stopping and command of the box have also improved significantly. In terms of first-team prospects, he's not the closest yet, but he's putting himself in a strong position, and if he continues like this, he could start appearing in senior matchday squads within the next season or two, and potentially could be loaned out next season. UL Helafou. Helafou is one of the most complete fullbacks in his age group. He can play in a traditional overlapping role, but he's also very comfortable inverting into midfield, which is exactly what modern systems demand. Technically, he's very secure. Defensively, he does his job, and going forward, he's capable of creating chances. That versatility is what gives him a real chance of breaking through. And if he keeps progressing, he's a strong candidate for a pre-season tour and could start integrating with the first team sooner than later. Dan Armour. Armour has taken a big step forward this season. He's a centre-back who relies on positioning, aerial dominance, and reading the game well. There are clear similarities to Harry Maguire in his style, especially in how he steps forward with the ball and plays progressive passes. One area he still needs to develop is physicality at a higher level. That step up from youth football to senior football is significant, so while he might not be immediately ready, he's definitely one to monitor over the next couple of years. Albert Mills. Mills is probably one of the most underrated players in this group. He doesn't get as much attention, but he's already training with the first team, which tells you that coaching staff trust him. He's a solid, intelligent defender who does the basics very well, and his pathway to the first team will depend heavily on how he develops physically and tactically, but he has the foundation to become a reliable squad option in the future. Godwell Kukonki. Kukonki is probably the standout defensive talent in this entire class. At 6'4", he has a clear physical advantage, but what makes him special is how comfortable he's on the ball. He can carry the possession forward, pick out passes, and play in multiple positions, both at centre-back and left-back. This season, he's already been on the bench for the first team, which shows how highly he's rated. And importantly, this is his final year at under 18 level. That usually means one thing: a step up is coming. Out of everyone in defense, Kukonki looks like the most likely to make a first team breakthrough in the future. Whether that's next season or even earlier, he's very close. Jim Thwaites. He is the most technically gifted midfielder in this group. He dictates play, controls tempo, and has the ability to cut passes that most players simply don't see. His set-piece delivery is also a major asset, and with Man United looking to evolve their midfield and potentially bring in younger profiles, Thwaites could benefit from the transition. He's not just a long-term project, he's someone who could realistically start integrating into the senior setup within the next 12 months. Rafa McCormack. McCormack's development this season has been really interesting. He's transitioned into a deeper midfield role and has adapted very well. He focuses on winning the ball, keeping things simple in possession, and maintaining structure, all of which are crucial in that position. He might not have the flair of the others, but every team needs a player like this. His pathway to the first team will depend on consistency, but he's definitely moving in the right direction. Jake Maguire. Maguire brings intensity. He's aggressive in the press, strong in tackles, and very competitive, which is why he's often compared to Roy Keane. But he's not just about physicality, he's also capable on the ball and contributes in advanced areas. If he can refine his decision making and maintain discipline, he has the attributes to become a well-rounded Premier League midfielder. Nathaniel Jr. Brown. Brown has improved a lot this season. He's now more confident in taking on defenders and has become more effective in the final third. He can beat players on either side and is starting to add goals and assists to his game. If he continues progressing at this rate, he's a strong candidate for involvement in pre-season and could begin gaining exposure to senior football. Then, of course, there's JJ Gabriel. He is a standout talent in terms of raw potential. At just 15 years old, he's already dominating at academy level and regularly training with the first team. He has exceptional dribbling ability, confidence, and output, all the qualities you look in for a top level winger. The comparisons to Ryan Giggs highlight just how highly he's rated. Given his trajectory, it would not be surprising to see him make his first team debut next season. He's being fast tracked, and for a good reason. Noah Ajayi. Ajayi has had a breakthrough season. His goal scoring form has been outstanding and is developing into a very complete forward. Physically, he's quite very strong, which gives him an advantage when stepping up levels. If he maintains this trajectory, he could start getting opportunities sooner than expected, especially if United rotate or experiment forwards towards the end of the season. Louis Bradbury. Bradbury is a classic poacher. His movement inside the box is excellent and his finishing is very reliable. He doesn't need many chances to score, which is a valuable trait, but the challenge for him will be competition within the squad. But his goal scoring ability gives him a strong case. Chido Obi. He is the most advanced in terms of first team exposure. He's already played senior football, which puts him ahead of most players in this group. Even though this season hasn't been perfect, the club still believes he can become a top level striker. The next step for him is consistent senior football, whether that's at United or through a loan move. The class of 26 is not the class of 92, and it's important not to force that comparison, but what they do have is genuine quality, depth, and a realistic pathway into the first team. Several of these players are already close. A few could break through very soon, and if even a handful of them reach their potential, United could once again be building a team within. That's what this club is built on, and this group might just be the next chapter embodying the Man United DNA.
I stretch my hand.